Welcome to Tropical Boots Line Dancing. My name is Trent Duncan and we're going to be going through some additional terminology. These kind of steps I would classify as beginner level. So this takes you from the absolute beginner, which we did in another video. These are what I classify as beginner level steps. So this is a different course of dances that you may do once you've finished your absolute beginner lessons. Let's get into the first one. The first one is called a shuffle. There are different variations to a shuffle. There is a forward, a back, a side, a cross. There can also be a turning shuffle as well. For this purpose at beginner level dancers, we're just going to be doing the standard forward, back and side to side for beginner level dancers. The other variants like cross shuffles and turning shuffles, I sort of classify as improver level steps. So if you haven't already, go back to our absolute beginner to terminology to make sure that you're familiar with some of these additional things that we're going to be using to help with some of these steps that we will be doing today. So to begin, we're going to do a right shuffle and then a left shuffle, and we're going to be traveling forward. So our weight is going to be on our left. Now, without any counts, we're going to be just going over the steps, and then I'll go over how the count works to music. So with our right foot, the easiest way to sort of think about this is you're going to shuffle your feet moving forward. So to break it right down, you're going to take a slight step forward with the right, you're going to shuffle or bring that left foot together, and then you're going to step forward on that right. It's not a skip, it's a shuffle. You're going to do the same with the left. To move the left forward, you're going to go step left and then together and then right forward, left forward. It's too early in the morning for this. I have to do these videos very early because I live in far north Queensland and it gets hot. So, and it is summer right now for us. Or our seasons up here is wet season, so it's humid as well. So with that right foot, we're going to be moving forward. So with our right, we go right together, right forward, and then left together, left forward. That completes a right and left shuffle. Now, as you've seen, I didn't really lift my opposite foot when I was bringing it together. I slid it forward, which is a shuffle. So I'm going to demonstrate that sideways for you so that you can see what it looks like from a side-on perspective. Actually, I'm going to go this way because I'm going to start with a right shuffle forward. So with our right foot, we're going to go right together, right, and then left together, left. They are small steps, not big steps. So facing our front again, we're going to complete a right and left shuffle, but we're going to do it with a count. Now with shuffles, it's what's classified as a syncopated step. So it's 3 steps over 2 counts to music. So with our right foot, so weight's on our left, moving forward with our right, we go 1, bring it together for and, step forward on the right again for 2. Same with the left, we go step forward for 1, bring that right together for and, step forward with that left for 2. A little bit faster, let's just do that together, moving forward with our right, 7, and it goes 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So now you can see with those counts, they will be syncopated. Shuffles often are done to a little bit of a faster piece of music or sometimes a slow piece of music to help speed up the steps. So practicing that shuffle once more, moving forward, we go right, right, and a left, right, left. So that makes 2 shuffles moving forward. You can also do those in a backwards motion. So same thing, just traveling backwards. So if we put our weight on our left and we move backwards with that right foot, we go back together, back. And then if you do the left, back together, back. So same counts as what you just did moving forward. So if our weight is on our left, traveling back with that right, it goes 1 and 2, 3 and 4. From here, we're going to practice doing a shuffle to the right and a shuffle to the left. So a shuffle to the right side will simply be right side together, side. So with that right foot again, you're stepping the right foot out, you're bringing that left foot together and taking the weight and stepping that right foot out again. The same motion would be repeated going to the left. You would go left, together, left. Now again, you may find in some other countries there may be a different term for this step. Here in Australia, we just call it a side shuffle. We like to keep things easy. So, moving to the right with a practice, we're going to go right, together, right, and that again is over 2 counts of music, so 1 and 2. So moving to our right, we go right, together, right. If we repeat going back to the left, you go left, together, left. With a count moving to our right, 7 and 1 and 2. Moving to the left, 7 and 1 and 2. And that is your side shuffles and forward and back shuffles. The next step in beginners that I'm going to go over for you is what we call a pivot. Now, in our absolute beginners, we learn a piddle and a paddle. This is the bigger version called a pivot. Now, a pivot can be done as a half or a 3/4. In beginner dances, you're only going to really see a half pivot. So, half pivots can be done with the right or the left foot. So we're going to start off with the right first, and then we're going to do the left as well. So weight is on our left to begin with. With that right foot, you're going to touch it slightly forward. You're going to use that right foot to pivot on the ball of your left foot, a half turn, traveling over your left shoulder. So you're going to go a half turn or 180 degrees. So again, with that right foot, you're going to place it slightly forward, push yourself around a half turn. The weight should end up being back on your left foot or your forward foot. So turning ourselves around again, weights on our left, stepping forward that right. We're going to do that over 2 counts, so a 1, 2, and we're going to count it out. 7 and 1, 2. Brilliant. So that's a right pivot. If we do a left pivot, it's the same again, but in the opposite foot, in the opposite direction. So we're going to step forward on the left and we're going to pivot over the right shoulder this time. So we go touch the left foot forward, pivot around a half turn, whoop, pivot around that half turn to end up facing your rear wall. Sorry. So again, with that left, weights on our right foot, stepping forward to that left, we're going to step forward and we're going to pivot around a half turn. Excellent. So that is your half pivots. Now, you may find some dancers will do 2 half pivots together and other dancers will just do 1 half pivot and then into some other steps after that. Okay, so our next step that we're going to get into is called a coaster step. So again, this is a syncopated step, so a 1 and 2 count, and you can find these variants in a right or a left. So to begin with a right coaster step, our weight is going to be on our left. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to step back with that right. We're going to bring that left together, and we're going to step forward on that right. Remember, keep your steps small. You don't need to be taking giant steps with this. So again, it goes with the right foot back, left foot together, right foot forward. The same would be done with the left. However, we're going to stick with the right for a moment. We're going to do that over the count now so that you can understand how the counts work or the beats work to the steps. So traveling back with that right, it's count 1. Bring that left together is and then bring that right foot forward or stepping right foot forward is 2. Again, that would be 1 and 2. The same will be done exactly with the left. So if we put our weight onto the right, we travel back with that left foot. We go back on the left, bring that right together, step forward on that left. Once more, with that left foot going back, it goes 1 and 2. You will find with coaster steps, generally it will be over that 1 and 2 count. So they generally do feel a little bit quick, so I would recommend that you practice them if you're struggling with them. But a coaster step is often 1 and 2. Okay, it's usually quite quick. 1 and 2. Same with the left, 1 and 2. You'll notice there I'm not hopping, I'm not skipping, it's a smooth motion. So if I do it sideways for you, 1 and 2. It's a nice smooth motion. It's not a jump. You're not trying to skip into it. You're trying to keep it nice and smooth. So that is a right coaster and a left coaster, both traveling back. As you progress through the levels and you move into the improver and intermediate levels, you may find forward coasters as well, or other variants like a coaster cross. But for beginners, it's generally just a normal coaster step, which is traveling backwards. So the next step you're going to do is called a kick ball change. So how we do this one, this again is a syncopated step. It is over 2 counts, a 1 and 2. And we're going to start with our weight on our left. Moving nice and slowly through this, you're going to just do a slight kick forward with the right. You're going to bring that right foot together, and then you're going to step that left foot in place. That is the ball change part where you change the weight. So again, it's a kick, together, change. It's not a gallop, it's just a ball change. So once more, it goes 1 and 2. I'm just going to demonstrate this on the side as well. So from the side angle on how you would see it, it is a kick ball change. So again, it's not a huge gallop. You're not trying to really jump into it. Just a small step will help you out here. So kick ball change. So you can also do this on the left. So let's change our weight over. Our weight is now on our right. We're going to lead with that left foot, and it's a kick, together, change. So the weight should end up back on your right foot. So it's a 1 and 2. Again, with the right foot, you would just go kick, ball, change. And then with the left foot, you would go kick, ball, change. This one can be a little bit tricky to get at first, but again, remember, it's not a gallop, it is a ball change. So it's just a small little step in place, not a huge jump. So the next step we're going to do is called a mambo. So mambos can be done forward or back and right or left. So a mambo is very similar to a rock, like we learnt back in absolute beginner terminology. A mambo step, we're going to try our right foot and we're going to try a forward as well. We're going to do our right foot first and we're going to travel forward first as well. So a mambo is a quick rock with a step. So a mambo is going to step slightly forward on that right, you're going to rock the weight back on the left, and you're going to step that right foot back. So a mambo again, we're going to go forward on the right, rock back onto the left, step back on that right. How that works with a count, it is syncopated again, so 1 and 2. You step forward on the right for 1, rock back on your left for and then step back on your right for 2. So that will end up being a count when we do it, 7 and 1 and 2. So you can feel that it's a little bit quick, and it is just a rock, okay? So you're just going rock and step. Same would be done on the left. So if we transfer our weight over onto our right foot now and we practice that mambo left forward, we're going to go left forward, rock back onto the right, step back on the left. Again, over 2 counts, so it would be moving forward with that left 1, rocking back and then stepping back 2. Let's practice that again with some counts. 7 and 1 and 2. The same can be done with a back mambo as well. So right back or a left back. You would just start with moving in a backwards motion, finishing with a step forward. So if we do this with the right foot, you're going to step back, rock forward, step forward. Same on the left. If we transfer our weight to our right foot now, stepping back with that left, we go back, forward, forward. So a mambo step on the right traveling back again would be 1 and 2. Same with the left. If we travel back with that left, we go 1 and 2. These are steps that you'll probably need to practice a little bit, and I would suggest to try and practice them at a little bit of a quicker pace, because most dances where you'll end up doing them generally do feel a little bit pacey at first until you get used to doing them. So that brings us to the end of beginner level terminology steps for line dancing. Again, different instructors will have different options or different thoughts on this. For me, this is what I classify as beginner level steps. The next level from here will be improver level steps, and that takes it to another level again, and that's where you'll introduce things like a waltz and other types of steps there as well, and other types of counts. I hope you've really enjoyed this video. Feel free to go back and rewatch any sections that you need. Don't forget to also like and comment down below. Give me your feedback, let me know anything else you might want to see on the channel. I'll see you in the next one.